Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Newsish Wisdom Wednesday with myself, Temba, and today I'm in the studio with Joshua, who's going to be telling us a little bit about the NATED faculty. Josh, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, Temba.
No, thank you for being here. So Joshua, can you tell us a little bit more about the different programs within the NATED faculty?
Good morning, viewers. Looking at the NATED program, I think we need to establish what NATED is all about. Simply means the National Technical Education, and this program is delivered under the auspices of the Department of Higher Education and Training in conjunction with the Department of Basic Education. And we also have quality assuring bodies, the UMALUC and the QCTU, the the Quality Council for Trade and Occupation, and they actually focuses on the N4 to N6, while the UMALUC is responsible for the N1 to N3. So with the NATED program as a whole, we have two wings, the engineering and the humanities. The engineering is from the N1 to N6, with programs like civil engineering, mechanical, electrical and chemical engineering from N1 to N6. And with the humanities, we have business management, HR, marketing management, as well as the management assistant. Yeah.
So that's quite in depth. So obviously we have the NATED faculty at CTU, but what makes the CTU Native faculty so unique?
Based on our years of experience and also research that we delve into, in the industry, we realized that CTU is unique, also with a unique selling proposition.
Yes.
At CTU, we have hands-on for our learners. For example, with the mechanical, electrical, and the civil engineering student, we have a short program in AutoCAD, Introduction to AutoCAD, where they can actually, train on how to use the software to draw some of their modules related to the engineering drawing and also building structural construction. And likewise, with the business student, both the HR and the business, we have a short program in fundamentals of project management that we also organize for them at the end, basically, of every semester. And this is one thing that makes CTU different from other institutions. And likewise, we have our engineering students, also bringing the practical to them, where we have the trade school at Danakor, where they can also, try their hands on some of those equipment, based on the theoretical component that they've been taught in classes.
No, well, that sets you aside from the rest. Thinking about the opportunities for young people, is there opportunity for someone who's, say, in grade 9 wanting to take a route along the NATED?
Yes, we at CTU are open to different learners with different cognitive levels and IQ. We have that broad experience, and also to address most learners from different backgrounds and also categories. Looking at the grade 9, yes. Also, we have legislative framework that governs NATED as a whole. One which is an NQF framework from the SACWA, and also we have the NATED report. 190/191, and here we have detailed information regarding the caliber of students that needs to come in, and also in terms of the admission requirement. Now from N4 to N6, that falls under NQF level 5. Then we have N1 to N3, which falls under NQF level 2, 3 and 4. So which means learners from grade 9 can also be enrolled from our N1. Now looking at the engineering programs for our N1, which is on NQF level 2, then move on to NQF level 3 and 4. Then from there they can now move on to normal NQF level 5, which falls within N4 to N6, and from there they can move up the ladder with their workplace experience. So definitely learners from grade 9 are welcome. Basically they want to start from the normal N1, which is also a good way to go, because that forms the foundation in which the NATED, also considering the diploma, actually is being built on.
Yeah. So there's definite opportunity for grade 9 learners. If you have your grade 9 certificate, then you can definitely come through. Another question on a similar area is matriculants who maybe haven't passed Matric. Is there any opportunities for them in the NATED course?
Yes, like I've established earlier, that we actually welcome students from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And that's one good thing about CTU Training Solutions. Looking at the grade 9, we also know at this stage, some of these students still struggle to find their bearing, in terms of the career choice. Now, for the grade 12 students, we know also that it's possible that they actually fail some modules, and you pass some modules and all of that. Yeah. So we at CTU actually welcome students even from grade 12 that have failed some modules, because according to the National Qualification Framework, for you to admit a student into N4, they must have passed grade 12 some modules. Now, peradventure, if we have students who actually failed few modules, then definitely they can start from N1, N2, N3, and then take that route. Also, we've also looking at students from the technical schools. We also realized that some of these students actually did some other subjects like the technical maths, technical science, because most institutions actually focus more on the pure maths and the physical science. Yes. But now, regarding students, in order to be able to accommodate learners from the technical schools, we also included in our admission requirement technical maths, technical science, and some of these straight subjects related to, for example, like engineering, graphics and design, mechanotechnology, civil technology, and electrotechnology. So we also look at some of these, modules, and try as much as possible to advise, these learners on areas where they can actually get enrolled without hazards.
No, cool. So how do you qualify for a National N Diploma after you've completed your N6?
To qualify for National N Diploma, most students believe that the moment you've completed N4, N5, N6, automatically you're handed, a National Diploma. And it doesn't work that way. It's a process. Now, N4, N5, N6, you must have completed all the modules.
Yes.
And issued with a certificate. Then from there, you now go to the workplace. For the humanities, you have 18 months. And for engineering, it's 24 months. So before learners will proceed on their training, the workplace experience, we will issue them with a logbook, and we also assign a supervisor to check on them to be sure that whatever they are doing in the workplace is related to their course of study. Now, on completion of that, they now come back to us, then we apply on their behalf. Unlike what some other institutions will do, the moment you've completed the in-service training, you're on your own. Then you have to fend, for applying for the National Diploma and all of that. So they come back to us, because we'll be with them, all through the process, all the way through, from the N4 to N6, and also their in-service training. We check on them, at intervals. Then from there, we now apply on their behalf for the National N Diploma to the Department of Education and Training.
So that's a cool thing that CTU does. They stick with you all the way through. You're not just left to do all the last little bits by yourself. Last question: are there any other further education possibilities after a student has completed the N6 studies?
Yes. If you look at the SAQA document for NATED 90674, we have both the horizontal and the vertical articulation. So it simply means that students from the NATED, after obtaining their National N Diploma, which now puts them on NQF level 6, can actually go into the university, the vertical articulation now, to study, other subject or other field of study. For example, looking at mechanical, students who have got National Diploma in mechanical and go to the university to study the mechanical engineering, metallurgy, mechatronics, even industrial engineering. Because looking at the subject matrix for NATED, you have some of these modules in the university. Simply means that you will be exempted, from some of these modules, and you have limited time to complete your degree.
Okay, no, cool. Well, there we have it. We've heard all that we can about the NATED program from Joshua. So if you are grade 9 and if you're finishing up and you've got your grade 9 certificate, and if you're in Matric and you're finding yourself having a slightly hard time, don't stress. There are options. There's so many ways that you can improve your future right here at CTU. So get down, chat to Joshua, and find out more about the NATED program. Have a good day. Cheers.